What is up, DTube? What is up, the Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk about something that I was considering a little bit, and it is, so today is it May the 21st, I think? Yes. So I was considering a little bit the speed of a virtual event, a virtual value event, how that is a very interesting topic when so let's say speed of value. If we take it when if we take money as an example, yeah, you had to work an hour, let's say, for $15 or something like that. Virtual value events, and I'm mainly talking about this right now because I see a ton of new games are coming out, especially on EOS, which is going to have or already have virtual value items. And we consider, let's say, a person first, maybe when they install a game on their phone, and they are gonna mine some value, either a token or I think they call these NFT tokens. If we just consider that, okay, so first they have the mindset that it is kind of like a regular job in the real world, where it has to take, it's going to take a certain level of time to mine some value. But then you realize, well, what if I play the game on 2 smartphones, or let's say I have 5 smartphones? Then the speed of basically mining these items, I mean, clearly it's speeding up, and that's something that's really interesting, because if we that's not something that you couldn't do that with, for example, let's say money. You couldn't copy yourself, you couldn't clone yourself, but in the virtual world, it sort of is, as you can sort of clone yourself in many ways. If you have more devices, the speed of mining those virtual or creating those virtual value events, it's speeding up, and that is very, very interesting, because what I think is going to happen then is, okay, first people are going to see it as, okay, I'm going to mine these items in this game, or this token. But it's clear eventually that people are going to get to a point where they have used mine too much. And this is something that I realized in EOS Knights, for example, that it's very easy to get to a phase where you just have too many items, so you just keep selling them. And what is sort of happening with a lot of these games, it's going to happen eventually, because there's going to be so many, it's going to be so much to mine, that people are going to sit on basically too much value of these virtual items, and they're just going to sell it off. And what I think they are then going to do is they are going to try to find something that gives humans more freedom to do whatever it is they want to do. And what I mean is that what I think then is going to happen is you are sort of going to get people to do what they did in Minecraft. That what games are going to evolve into is that people are basically going to create their own games, just as they're doing in Minecraft. So they're going to start off they're going to start off getting other items, but then they're going to create their own items or their own games, because it's just going to be so much more engaging. And it is interesting how let's take this video, for example. This video is a virtual value event, and most of what people are doing right now on the internet they are basically deciding their own virtual reality experience, because nothing there's nothing really on the internet which is really super important to take in right now, because it mainly is a form of entertainment experience. And it really gets interesting when it becomes more of a gamified thing. And I think that it's fun in some ways how people try to sometimes slow down this game mining, where some people think, oh, it has to be a human, it has to be a human, it has to be a human. But I don't think that's really going to be that important, because if you look at what a human is doing, even when they're inside of a game, let's even take these Angry Birds games or many games on the smartphone right now, they're just some simple taps. It's not really that a human being is doing something revolutionary. So we're gonna see a lot of automated gaming, where people are going to automatically be able to mine value. And then I think in some ways people think that, oh, then it's going to be no fun to do anything. But then what I think is going to happen is people are going to create their own games. So they're going to create even more value, or they're going to invent some new reality or whatever. But it's mainly going to be that people are going to create whatever it is they want to create. And for example, as we know with humans love creating new stuff. Humans love to push limits. They want to create limitless games. Limitless games are going to be a huge thing. And it really is interesting how fast this mining inside of games, or the mining, the speed of virtual value event, how it's going to speed up. Right now, people have a lot of time to consume a lot of content. And for example, what I notice is, for example, I always want, let's say, a good YouTube video to watch, and I always try to look for a video that is at least, let's say, maybe 1 hour in length, and it should be about some interesting topic. But the demand goes above the amount of content that's good out there. So there needs to be more content basically be created. And I think that's the same thing with all other areas as well. For example, games. I think the demand for amazing games is going to increase. And how do you make amazing games? How do you speed up development of amazing games? Well, you basically decentralize them. You make a whole market inside of the game, so eventually humans can create the game. They can both develop the game, they can create their own game, but the key thing is the peer-to-peer market with a decentralized token or decentralized game items. So if people have that flow of value coming in, they can even reinvest that value in maybe create their own game, or hire a developer, or just have fun. And let's say they do make some value in a game, they're probably gonna tell their friend about it. And in that way, playing games is going to increase adoption. Okay, so that is kind of cool. And if we just look at the whole internet, I think most of it is going to move towards gamification. And it's all, you can already say right now in a way that, oh, it's already a game. It already is a game. It kind of is, but it's going to move even more in that direction, in making stuff more fun, and that people just make it so people have more of a bigger realization that many people think, for example, that you're reading news. No, you're reading entertainment. So if people are just consuming entertainment, why not just do something more fun and play a game instead and mine value or whatever? And so games are gonna increase. That's gonna increase massively, especially when, I mean, in a way already we have cool virtual reality games, but when virtual reality becomes even better and it has tokens and game items that you can share in the game, that's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so engaging, and it's truly gonna feel like anything is possible inside of the game. And that is going to be epic. So it's fun to see this space sort of grow, and yeah, it's just interesting, the speed of virtual value events. How if you speed up virtual value events, like fun and cool stuff, it makes so a person can create even more of that, right? And this is fun to see where all of that eventually will lead. So yeah, I find that super cool, and I'm probably going to talk more about it in the future, because I don't know, as of right now we almost have no, this is just the beginning of what I think is going to be 1 million plus games that is basically going to have tokens inside of them, or items that you can sell or share. So it's just the beginning of it. First, 2017 we got on Ethereum, we got these games, and for example CryptoKitties, but it wasn't really, or you had a fee when you were doing a transaction. But these new games that are using EOS IO code, they don't have fees, so they can do more transactions, and it feels more organic. It feels more like a real blockchain game, and you can almost call them blockchain 3.0 games. And as I said, 1 million plus games I think is going to come to blockchain platforms, and it's going to change a lot, I think, and mainly there's going to be the big paradigm shift that is going to move a lot of people into this space, when people don't have to do anything complicated to earn value. They can just focus on have fun. Yeah, have an awesome day YouTube, have an awesome day Steam blockchain. Bye bye.